Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. In the last part, we wrapped up the 2.2 story, taking out Leviathan, and now it's time to start into the post-camp 2.2. So, one night in Amdapor. It is well that you are here, Arya. Some burdens are too heavy to bear, even for those so favored to abide. Know that you were chosen as much for your true heart as your skill. I speak to you in the name of the three Seedseers. The eldest, Kane Senna, you will already know as the guardian of our fair land. 2 siblings has she. It is the younger of the pair, Avrun Senna, who hears the voice of the elementals with greatest clarity, and what he has heard lately is troubling indeed. These dark stirrings we have traced to the lost city of Amdapor and South Shroud. The city once throve in the fullness of magic during the 5th astral era, but was sealed in the wake of its demise. Alas, the 12's wood has been out of balance since the calamity. So riotous has its aspect become that the seal has severely weakened. When this happened, the forest surrounding the city began to wither and die. We would enjoin you to investigate the cause. Now, I must confess that this is a task for the Twin Adder, normally, but we do not live in normal times. Arya, the company is spread thin, and you are stout with success. Will you not assist? It is well that you assent, for the need is great. Go now to Seedseer Rhea Osena at Camp Tranquil, and listen well to what she says of her brother's divination. Alright, Camp Tranquil, let's go. Hear about the cursed pile of rocks that call the lost city of Amdapor, I assume. I am Rhea Osena's sister of the elder Seedseer. Brother Izumi Yan hasn't told you much, has he? Discretion is the better part of his valor. Aside from Amdapor Keep, the city is all that remains of an advanced magical civilization from the 5th astral era. No records survive of how the city met its end, but the elementals tell us all was undone by what the... Oh no, my auto text is on! I know I forget that. All remains... No records survive how the city met its end, but the elementals tell us all was undone by what the Great One calls an unclean presence. I fear that what my brother senses is this very thing. Its satanness drained away after so many centuries, that hungers for another city to slake its thirst on. I'm in chat. Take it from here, sister. There you are, brother. Why must you dawdle so and leave the tedious explanations to me? I'll convey all you have felt to this artful adventurer. My sister paints me as a bumbling rustic, but I assure you, I am nothing of the sort. I'm simply attuned to something greater, which brings us to that darkness stirring in Amdapor behind the barrier. Something has kindled there, and daily it grows. How distraught the elementals are, not seeing the like of it. They show me what feels like awakening in nightmares. I fear this calls for a more prosaic sensing than that of my rare gift. Some disaster slouches towards us. Might you discover the source of these dark visions and nip it in the bud? You are our best hope, Arya. Surely you can find the will to journey to Amdapor. Join the wood whaler by the name of Alphine, keeping vigil at the barrier. And don't worry about returning here to tell us of your findings. The elementals will doubtless keep a surprise. But good luck. Or enough talk. Good luck, Arya. Alright, so this is going to be down in the southwest corner here instead of up where Amdapor Keep itself is. Make me remember the FF11 event they had years and years ago. There was a fate that spawned in this particular area for that one. The Seedseers have sent word of your coming. You are bold indeed to willingly glimpse into the darkness. The lost city festers more and more by the day, and they say you're to lance the boil, eh? Beyond this gate lies a land out of balance, its earth's aspect sapped by the calamity. You had best be prepared before proceeding further. Rotten wrong, that's what you'll see. Creatures run mad, tormented by hooked birds that clutch and burrow. Well, good luck with that. No doubt you'll prevail, being favored of the seed seers and all. Fight well. So that unlocks the Lost City of Amdapor dungeon. So, fight with my headphone cable here. Go into dungeons and you're up. Oh my gosh, it suddenly got like super noisy over here. Right as it started to pop. So, welcome to the Lost City of Amdapor. This dungeon's a pain. I know I say that about a lot of dungeons, but they honestly made a lot of these Realm Reborn dungeons just royal pains in the butts. So, let's go ahead and pop on. Good old Fist of Fire so I don't go onto wind and forget to take it off and then wonder why am I doing less damage than I should be. I'm not even going to try and pretend I've done it before. So, starting things off here, we've got some just regular enemies. Nothing really to note about them. Other than apparently I am bad at I'm like a little out of practice with playing. I haven't recorded in a couple days actually, so it's like I know it's hard to believe because, you know, I'm so far ahead right now, but hey, let's go ahead and toss out some AoEs here. So you want to try and get rid of these Womuras ASAP because they have a healing move that can make them annoying to deal with. You do want to try and get rid of them as soon as possible. The ground ones can also use a move, I don't remember what it is, but they can cause a misery status on a random, on whatever party member they happen to target with it. This makes them take or receive less healing from, well, healing sources. My brain may be half asleep right now, even though I'm like fairly awake, so if I'm like blah 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 blah, I blame the fact I had like a 7-minute queue. Alright, so entering into this area, you're gonna see these mold colonies. Ow. And also the tainted molds, which are like to want to explode on us, and if you're in range of them when they explode, well, you get poisoned. Gee, sounds familiar, right? Now, we saw that mechanic back in To the Rock. Ah, To the Rock, so long ago. I need to properly rerun it again so I can... So when you run To the Rock the second time, there's actually a different cutscene for the final boss, because the first time, obviously, you have the whole nonsense with, like, the extra story and whatever, and the second time it's just like, yeah, so here's the boss, and good luck! Oh, I have made a friend! Yeah, again, these Womuras are pained in the butt. Oh, hey, I got the misery status. Let's read it. Poison, it does the misery. Damage taken is correct. So it's not the healing, it's damage taken. Yeah, that's what I get for trying to go off memory. So obviously it's a little bit of a pain if it hits the tank. I do believe there is an emote used to get rid of it, like /soothe or something like that, or /comfort. One of the two. But it doesn't last very long. It's like 15 seconds, so it's not too big of a deal. So there's a treasure coffer here. We're actually going to ignore it. Oh my gosh. Rinny's ignoring a treasure coffer. What is going on in the world? Well, what's going on in the world is that treasure coffer isn't actually a treasure coffer. It's a mimic. They don't actually do mimics very much in this game. But that one is a mimic. There's a couple mimics in this dungeon, actually. I bet you anything, they're about to open it. Just like that. And there's a mimic. It doesn't... All it gives is experience. You don't actually get an item for opening it. Cheapskate. Alright, so here's our first boss, the Decaying Gourmand. Playing Kitty and I may have spent 10 minutes playing around with this boss while recording this. And... yeah, so it's going to mark a prey and then use Moldy Phlegm, which is going to put a pollen field on, and then it's going to draw in whoever they marked as prey, and bring them in the Voracious Maw. You have to then kill the Voracious Maw in order to get them out. I don't remember what happens if you leave them in there. So, we determined through our 10 minutes of extensive testing. Also, he does a Spore Move Cloud that causes a AoE poison dot on everyone. Or a stacking poison effect on everyone, I should say. That was really good timing there from Plan on a Dancer move. But yeah, so not really much beyond that to say. It has a couple other moves. It has a Tank Buster called Beatdown. This does a knockback effect and just high damage. It has Moldy Phlegm, I think. Moldy Sneeze, Moldy Phlegm. Just AoE on the target. And those drawings are HP based, so you can see up to 3 of them. At least from our testing, maybe 4. We only managed to find 3 from slowly whittling it down with 2 level 80s. Only hitting it occasionally, so I mean there might be another one, but as far as we can tell we could only find 3. Anyways, some more Wimura, some Wimura Compas. Those actually used to be in FF11. Oh, Wimura Compas. In FF11 they taught this move called Cannonball for blue mages. It was like basically when the blue mages up to level 75. I don't know, honestly nobody on that should be on level 75 anymore. I mainly played at 75 and then a little bit after. I don't know the big moves, but yeah, so they taught this move called Cannonball. It was like a really, really good move. Like high damaging physical hit. You could be going as a sub-thief because you had sub-jobs in the game, so you could force a critical hit on it. Yeah, it was pretty good. So, the reason you need to kill those mold colonies is they are putting up a barrier. So this goop you see here is causing a pollen effect if you're standing on it, and if the enemies are on it, then they receive damage boost. This isn't just for gadflies, it's for any enemy that happens to be on them. So here's some more Wimuras and Wimura Compas. So we have 2 treasure chests here. Yes, one is a mimic. I want to say the right one is a mimic. At least that's what it was when we kind of ran through here before. There's that darn healing move, keeping us from killing it right there. So I want to say it was the right one when it's the right one that's the mimic, but let's find out. Yeah, right one's the mimic. Go ahead and need that so I can desynthesize it, because remember, desynthesis is great for making money. Except, just don't undercut my stuff. Let me sell my stuff, and then others can do that. So we've got another mold colony here. Also, they spawn these, these hectides, and that came from the butt, and now we have a decent number of enemies on us. And they're gonna keep spawning those hectides until we kill the mold colony. So it's kind of awkward that we're down here, actually, because now we're just getting overwhelmed with hectides. That shoulder tackle to get to the mold colony there. Looks like the land is taking care of it. Also, the tainted molds do keep spawning, so it means we're going to keep hitting poison so long as someone's deciding to pop them like that. Unfortunately, we do have 2 more hectides to deal with, and I believe we should be at the last boss. I don't remember if there's one more pull before the last boss. The area's a little confusing to get around because you've got these big areas and it's not quite totally clear. Okay, yeah, so we're at the last boss. So, you're gonna see the boss. That's the boss flying around up there. You notice the one key thing. You can't actually target him. So what has to happen is you have to kill these rancho muras, and then after you kill them, they're gonna do this frontal attack called Scale Flakes. And whoever gets hit with it will get aggro. And it's like a stacking aggro system, so for instance right now it's on the healer. The tank cannot actually take it, so I'm gonna try and pull this rancho mura over to the healer if they'll kindly stay in front of it. No, don't stay in front! No. Thank you. I was trying to give the tank a second stack of it. So, it does go after whoever has the most stacks at the time, and it will change targets. And whenever it does that tail swipe, like swipe move, it's going to set down a column pool. Also, ideally you just ignore the ads once you have your scale flakes on, and otherwise it becomes a mess of trying to pull them and whatnot. Yeah, so let's just try and kill this before the tank scale flakes wear off. It's literally like the buff is literally just so that you can bring the boss down and have aggro on it. Anyway. Take those, thank you. And I believe it does also have like a frontal attack. I think it just does damage. I don't think it does anything else. Anyways, welcome to the last section. We're actually inside now, and you're gonna see these white mage stones and these balzifons. I think it was I thought it was balzifor. So if you try and damage the balzifons before you take out the white mage stones, it's gonna just have an insanely high region on that you just cannot beat unless you're unsynced and just really overpowered. And in order to progress, you do have to kill both the balzifon and the white mage stone. But mainly the white mage stone, but then also the balzifon. Like, it won't appear until you get rid of both. So you see, we killed the balzifon, and now our path forward is open. So that's kind of just them doing a little introduction. They like to do this on a lot of things, which is nice. As long as people are paying attention to them actually doing this. Like, they'll introduce a mechanic by doing a very simple form of it. And then they will proceed to do it in a much tougher fashion. So this time we're going to have 4 white mage stones we have to deal with, along with the balzifon. So yeah, it has a really high regen this time. So we definitely have to take out these stones before we can even think about touching that balzifon. So, one down. Fortunately, I don't know if the tank is going for him. Looks like they are. 2. I'm gonna take out the dirty eyes. Should probably get those washed. You can do eye wash, right? And unfortunately, these are not grouped very well. They aren't grouped at all, actually. How was it, Bailey? So, yeah, welcome to the last boss. Oh, this boss. So this boss can actually cause, just if you're like a full party of new players, this boss can cause issues. Even if you don't have new players, this boss can cause a lot of issues. It's Diablos. If you know Diablos from FF8, yes, I do need to get back to that LP if I haven't already. By the time this goes up, I do need to get back to it. So if you know Diablos from FF8, its main thing is gonna do a move called Nightmare, which will target the entire arena. Sorry, we're trying to deal with the gates here. This will cause Nightmare on everyone. It's going to do Ultimate Terror, which has what's called a donut AoE. Which means there's going to be a safe spot right under him, and then a safe spot much further away. Oh no! Alright, so you need to open up matching gates. So we hit these two. Ugh, we're too slow to get in. So we got Diabolic Curse, unfortunately, which makes us take increased damage. Luckily, we do have another pair of gates marked. Anyways, yeah, so Nightmare is going to cause a unbreakable sleep effect on everyone. The only way to get rid of it is Asuna or time. Ultimate Terror doing the Donut AoE does Grab a Ball, which will target a party member, and then after a small bit of time, it'll put a pulsing attack on wherever they're standing when it goes off. You can see it going off there. This attack, if you're hit, will do a minor amount of damage. At least I think it's minor. I don't know, because level 8 was getting hit bit. And it also caused heavy, which makes you move slower. Also, even stun this guy, since you may have noticed when you started using Ruinous Omen, like this, he puts up a stun immunity. I didn't actually mention that the last time, but yeah, he puts up a stun immunity. And yeah, ideally you get in here... Did I have go too soon? Okay, I'm fine. We only got hit by one. Oh, we're getting hit by a Gravel, so I'm gonna go ahead and run that out. Night Terror. And now there is that pulsing attack right there. Oh, nope, sorry. Let's go ahead and just do this. So that's why this boss can kind of get to be a major mess with just with new people, because you have to know that you need to open up matching doors. You have to have paid attention to the doors because the markings go away after a while. The sleep can cause issues. The pulsing attack can cause issues. If you're too fast or too slow on the doors, you get hit by the damage taken up. Then yeah, it's a mess. Let's just put it that way. Oh, okay. Yeah, that fight can just be a total mess if I'm honest. Oh, just waiting for the loot to go, then we can head out. Maybe. Oh, someone's not rolling. Healer isn't rolling, I think. Oh, please roll. I don't want to wait 5 minutes here. Okay. Okay. There we go. Rolling happened. Yeah. Man, it can just be a mess. Don't worry. Last time we'll ever see that boss. No spoilers. Last time we'll ever see Diablos. Alright. I saw something in my thing. Anyway. Okay, I'm like having to strain my neck because I don't have my notes in a good place right now. We need to speak with Hugobert again for the Times for Fun. Or this Times for Fun, sorry. I'm an adventurer who can hold her own in battle. It just so happens I've got more of a new challenge for one of your talents. Of course, a bit of travel and a dash of heroics, but it'd be worth your while. Eastern Thanalan's lovely this time of year. You've heard of the training grounds at Halatali, I'll wager. The place fell into disuse after Calamity, but some adventurer or another put it to rights. Its owners aim to train gladiators and adventurers once more, just as in the old days. A little paint, a little mass burial, and now the place is ready to take on challengers. If you're at all keen on the notion, go and talk with my friend Arl down there. He'll get you in the door. So, yeah, we do need to head back to Halatali. And we want Kurds and Slay. You're Arya Ariana by the onion, the very woman I seek at Durstwaite's behest. Blah, blah. How do I know the potbanger? Why, we trained together in the Culinarians Guild. He has a place in Costa del Sol now, the Flying Shark. Not the sharpest knife in the block is Durst the Daft, but he's loyal. He's got a friend out there by the name of Waistcoat, and he seems to be in need of your help. What say you go look him up, babe? So we also have to go over the Costa del Sol. However, I am going to hit up Camp Drybone first. Here we are again. Welcome to Halatali, where heroes are made. I am Arl, and any friend of Hugobert is warmly regarded acquaintance of mine. Didn't mention he used to treat the Sands, did he? Been trying to get that smooth-talking son of a Hydra to take up the gladiator trade again, but gets easily distracted, Hugobert does. Now, I'll wager he didn't put two and two together when he heard your name. You're the last Papa Jody over there was talking about, aren't you? I knew it, the liberator of Halatali herself. Thanks to you, we've made it nice and deadly in there again. Gotta restore the Coliseum games to what they were. It's no lap of luxury, I warn you. The place could use some more freshening up. And there are some lurking crawlies that need a good killing, but the brass blades are on that detail. So what do you say? Care to experience the new and improved training grounds? We'd be honored to have the liberator of Halatali return as a challenger. So this gives us Halatali hard. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, they've decided to make it deadlier with more traps because everyone loves traps, right? Right. So we're gonna have to go through basically a gauntlet test. You can see there's kind of like a sign-up area there. This way lies the first stage. Be way of a warm-up. Your opponents will be beasts and mammoths. So looks like we're going to be going with a rushy rush, maybe? No. Or at least just pulling these all together. So you can kind of already see like some here. So we're gonna have these falling spike ball thing majiggers. If you're under them, I believe you get a vulnerability down. But on the flip side, if you happen to have enemies under them, they get that vulnerability down, which means you can do more damage to them. So we've got some bats and hecklers right up here. No, they did not fix that little gap in the wall there, but it looks like we are not taking it. I know, I'm technically not doing my optimal damage right now, but on the other hand, so there you go, vulnerability up. That's not down. I always confuse them. Yeah, vulnerability up is the word I was looking for, so pretty handy to, you know, try and pull your various pulls underneath of those spike balls just to help enemies die faster. Oh. Throat. I don't think there's a chest down there anymore. No, that would be a big fat no. Alright. Oh, we might have an enemy underneath the spike ball. We do. So you can see it got hit with vulnerability up. Damage taken is increased. And you can see it kind of just got destroyed right there. Of course, I don't know if we were like, there's someone single targeting it, but I don't think there was. Yeah, so that is definitely very, very handy. Anyways, that does wrap it up. These trainers will be like, hey, you haven't killed everything yet. So they'll be like, yeah, you have to go back and kill everything. So you do have to make sure you kill everything. Anyways, this is our first boss. You'll recognize this particular model. However, you'll notice that there's a mammoth admirer running around. It also happens to be tethered to this machine. Get out. Oh, come on. I was out. Ow. So once you see it start using this 1,000-ton swing, you want to use that mammoth activator and then be underneath the mammoth admirer when it finishes casting micro wall so that you can get a nice big shield, which will make it so you don't take damage. Yay! Not taking damage. It's great. Oh, please stop turning so I can just do damage. Be greatly appreciated. It's trying to use glower. So it is very similar to the, oh my gosh, come on. Very similar to the, Orin Vale boss in that particular sense. Yeah, it wasn't. I know it probably would have died if I'd stayed in there, but I wasn't gonna get smacked again. Let's take these sugary boots. And to progress, we are going to have to speak. Every person needs to speak with this elite gladiator trainer. Your skills are beyond doubt, venturers. Keep your wits about you, and you may yet go far. On to the next stage. So we're going to be back near the entrance again. However, they're going to have us facing a different direction. Second stage begin. Gird your loins for a beastly encounter. So we are going to have to deal with some coral pups. So these are going to be forced encounter speeds. More will not spawn until you've killed the last set. Or until you've killed the one that, like, coincides with that particular side. So we killed the one that came from the right first, so this one came out at us next, and then yada yada. So does mean that we are just definitely best off using good old single targets here. Opens up the gate, and we can already see a bird up there. And some lemurs. Yeah, that one didn't go as well. So this part isn't really as far as you can head down the stairs and fight the next batch of enemy, or at least pull that basilisk. I don't think you can get the actual next set out quite yet, but you can at least pull that basilisk there. No, I never actually tried that. I mean, the basilisk does come up here to play. So I'm giving up the position as well. This tank's pulling this away from me. So as you come down here, these bears are going to come out of cages, much like the corals that did in the last section like this. And we're gonna have to kill some bears, some gold bears. Is this up 6? Anyway. That one's dead, and 2 bears come out this time. So let us smack one and begin the beatdown. Mainly because that's the one I saw first. Nah. That was on the side. That was no longer on the side. I really can stop going so far forward. It literally gets me killed. As we saw in Labyrinth of Danger, it's me being on the side but so far forward. Still on the side, but as of that dead, our door opens. We can see some more birds. Birds? I was like, I think I saw vultures. My brain was like, birds! Bird! Brain, why are you asleep? I really do not get it. Yeah, 2 vultures and a lemur. Just go with that. Where's birds? It could be birds. Now I'm trying to say birds when I want to say birds. Oh, I can't do it! I want to be silly. Anyways, with that dead, we got the gladiator trainer here. One look from the kettle bleepers can freeze a man's blood in his veins. Where it's a cursed gaze. So, yes, we have a kettle bleepers up here. And that is actually basically a hint on how you have to fight him. You're going to see these shadowy orbs. There's enough for each person And it's going to prepare a move. Not cold stare, not that move. Not that move either. It's going to prepare Demon Eye. It's going to take on a yellow glow. No, I was using it. I was using the orb. I was too slow. I hesitated. So after that, Tainted Eye appears. You need to then take out Tainted Eye. So he can't do that again. Because you don't want him to do that again. Alright, the Tainted Eye is shattered. His eye shines in eerie blue. So it does recover the orbs. And would repeat if we weren't about to kill it in approximately 2 seconds. So again, Gladiator Trainer, that was the most impressive showing. The third and final stage awaits you. So, yep, we are in another section here. Not off the entrance. You've done well to come this far, but you're in tier. But the hardest trials are yet to come. In the third stage, you must clash steel with seasoned gladiators. So by gladiators, they apparently mean a champion lancer. I mean, makes sense. Makes sense. Why not? Let's go ahead and AoE the heck out of this. I just have to make sure I put up my thing because I'm so bad about it. So that dead will open up our path forward. This time we are actually gonna have a gladiator, maybe? Maybe. Got a gladiator and a conjurer. Gladiator must know how to pierce every defense. So the rule is you always take out the healers first because they will want to cure. Or just cast down. It can kind of do that too. Yeah, you really want to take out the healers first, just because you don't want them casting cure, making you waste time and damage, and they're also just weaker. I think that was like, if I remember right, that was explained in the newbie thingy. So, let's head this way. I believe we have one more section here. Time we've got, I see a marauder, an archer, and an archer. There's only one gladiator in the seasoned gladiator section. I feel absolutely lied to. We're gonna want to take out these archers first. Didn't need to use 4-point fury, but it took that before I was like, no, wrong move. Yeah, archers are still gonna have squishier defenses than compared to the marauder. And that opens up the gate. So we're basically at the end. Basically. You surpassed all my expectations, but the final test is yet to come. Prepare to face the elite among elite. The final test shall pit you against the finest gladiators ever to grace the blood sands. Prepare yourselves. I think that's what it said. That's a smirk. They could do with putting some clothes on. Alright, so we do have Franz the Fair, something the Lionheart, Silent Moss the Solemn, and Ulimbo the Sandilf. I realize I'm like looking at their actual names and I could literally just be looking at the aggro list on the side. So one's a bard, one's a white mage, one is a lancer, dragoon, and the other is a paladin. Maybe it'll stand the test best of the blood sands, but howdy fair. with the mightiest thaumaturge of the age. So we're gonna have a Narashima here to deal with, along with Mumepo the Beholder. So we're actually going to focus on the Narashima here, and then we're also going to want to use Thel Scepter to free those people who have been bound in the AoE, so they don't take a lot of damage. And of course, it was targeting the healers, so obviously that's really bad. Let's continue to work down at this Narashima. You can see who it's doing that there too. So let's go ahead and do it again. I'm about to get smashed by the Sea Breath. Ow. Alright, Narashima is down, so now we just have to focus on Mumepo. Well, I am now bound. So, you can kind of see what it's like here. We have to go over the scepter, interact with it, and then we have to get the heck out of Dodge! Oh, I was gonna AoE it, but, or limit break it, but, kind of died. A glorious contest. I was hard pressed to restrain myself from joining the fray. Hooray! And that is Halatali Hard. It's actually, as far as Realm Reborn dungeons go, it's actually not a bad one, comparatively. I mean, obviously the binding thing can be a pain if people don't know it's a scepter, then you just take a ton of damage, and that can turn bad. Or with Cataplepus, you can just kind of get destroyed by not interacting with the orbs. Pretty looking at you. But let's go close the soul, and we won't speak of what happened here. Hey, long time no see. Arya Ariana, I shall have to thank Durthwaite, for he was as good as his word. He promised he'd find you. I'm lucky to have such friends. What can I say? In the company of heroes, you keep good company. And that's what I need your help with. I'm sure you'll remember Brayflox. In a bit of trouble she is. As a captain of the guards here, I could hardly go charging after her rescue, yet would I forsake a friend? Never. So I thought of you, Arya. Truly, your timing is fortuitous, and your fortitude unmatched. If there is any who can help our mutual gobby friend, it is you. Now off you go then to Brayflox's Longstep. But you know what we can do? We can fly over there. I love flight. So great. No, I missed. Goodly Uplanders here to give lent hand to Gobby Flock at Brayflox. Uplanders' tongue flaps make for happy Gobby. Brayflox ear catch enemy foot noise. Illuminati want Brayflox's scent. Dirty take they try and try. Stinky sweet secret recipe Brayflox can give to Gobby friend. Brayflox's cheese is most tasty fresh. Now Brayflox is a hunted Gobby. Brayflox is no cheese maker. Brayflox free cheese recipe from Illuminati. Cheese is Gobby birthright. No Gobby die make Illuminati cheese lords, but now they want to make Brayflox dead Gobby. Brayflox give Uplander lent hand of past time, yes? Brayflox give Uplander lent hand in past time, yes? Mighty Rockman fall with Gobby help, yes? Now time has come for let hand to be Brayflox's Iron Fist. Brayflox's Longstep Hard is now accessible. So that means we can head on in and do it. Oh man, actually I'm in the right party finder order, or duty finder order too. Nice. So unfortunately, this music is back. Still don't like this music. But yeah, it's become a little bit of a mess here in the Longstep. Yeah. But hey, we don't have to fight any regular goblins. We do have to fight Illuminati, but we don't have to fight regular goblins. So, let's go ahead. No. She's just like, I'm gonna run in a circle. Look at me, Mom. Okay, this is like definitely gonna be mass pulling. We have a level 80 tank, so I think it's they're level 80. They probably are, if I were to guess. Let's go ahead and do our good old AoEs as they try and AoE us. So, one thing I haven't really mentioned in terms of AoEs, now that we're, high enough level for this, White Mage has this move called Holy. It's centered on them, however, it does stun enemies, so at least when I'm playing White Mage, I like to, at the very least, pop it at the beginning of a pull, so that it can save, the tank a few hits while you're trying to, get some regions going and whatnot. And I say that when I don't main White Mage anymore. I switch between White Mage and Astrologian, but yeah. Get more into some of those kinds of specifics later when it's less 20 levels in the future. Alright, so we are going to have to get some tiny keys here from the soldiers. I did not practice this dungeon, nor the last one, but I was mainly worried about Lost City, just because it can be a pain in the butt, and I don't always remember the specifics of Diablos. So anyway, we've got the Illuminati Commander here. That's why I said regular goblin specifically. We do have to defeat this commander. To put it lightly, this dungeon is basically a sort of tank and spank sort of thing. There's gonna be bombs dropping and ads spawning and yeah. Gonna be throwing stuff in the air and it's tank and spank, which tank and spank simply just means see boss, kill boss, beat up boss till it is dead. Of course, as the fight goes on, there's going to be more and more of those slime bombs, but this fight shouldn't last much longer. You see that time he kind of threw up 3 there? And that wraps up that. So, going into our next part here, we need to liberate some goblins now. There are actually a few little side sections here, but I don't see any treasure chests. This is like, if you remember the area leading to the second boss, this is basically that. Except now, the area where the second boss is, it's a little bit blocked off. Well, the Mocking decided to run off and grab a few more enemies. Well then. So I strike with fastness, destroy muchly! So we have to liberate one more captured goblin, which I believe should happen once we kill this batch. Actually see where the first goblin was. Many thanks, many thanks! So now we have to go clear Brayflox's drop dump, but what we need to do actually is we need to wait for Brayflox to show up. You can see the boss line kind of hiding back there. This way is sneaky way. So we're gonna have to climb through a goblin hole. Because, of course, I feel sorry for the Hrothgars and Rogadin trying to get through that. I'm fine. But, especially Hrothgars, they're kind of massive. Don't know how they do it. So anyways, there's gonna be goop being thrown on the ground with this. Got some Illuminati gliders chilling out. Another goop pile. And AoEs. And yeah, tank and spank. Now. Oversurge. I don't know what any of this does off the top of my head. So it's definitely an AoE around it, which you can be at max melee range to avoid. So yeah, this is just a lot of goop, and they're just tank and spank. I don't even know where that originated, tank and spank line. I want to say probably WoW, but it might have been like even before that. I'm not sure. Definitely was used when I was playing FF11 back in the day. I know those weren't like the first MMOs. So anyways, we need to open these check gates, but of course to do that, we're gonna have to clear out these enemies. I believe we need keys to do so, and these soldiers are going to have those. Probably this marksman, because he was right by the gate. So let's crack the gate open. Or, you know, just open it, maybe not crack it. And there is a trauma down there, kind of a reference to the coral that we never saw in original Brayflox. But we have another check gate to deal with here. And just a lot of goblins, Illuminati goblins in general. Also a Gobbledygook gets called in, and let's just AoE up. Yeah, so obviously when this came out, like, you had the TP meter, so you couldn't just spam AoEs like this, like you can now. You were much more limited in AoE usage. I think back then is like when people definitely used mages more for AoEs, but now, like, DPS are fine because there's no TP anymore, so they can literally spam them. So hopefully, cross fingers, the tank doesn't go rushing into the fight. They did. Illuminati something something. I was giving a sad face in chat. So we already missed like half the fight, so that's freaking great. And of course, so welcome to God Machine G6. I'm really annoyed right now because I got too close. So welcome to this part of the fight where we have to do AoEs to push these bombs away so they don't blow up in our faces. And yeah. And not get hit by the boss. Because it's rushing around the arena. And yes, I am really freaking annoyed right now. Let's choose recipes that belong to the Illuminati. So adds something something. That's the basics of the fight. Let's take out these ads. And the boss is off to the side again. So the bombs do blow up in the order in which they appear. You can barely tell it, but or at least when they're appearing. You can kind of see like their blinking is a little bit off from each other. So yeah. This whole gotta rush into the arena is getting really annoying, honestly. And we can't kill the boss now. So if you don't blow the bombs away, I'm like... just blah right now, sorry. So we do kind of have a giant bomb here. Ow. I got smacked. The blows, it's going to do a lot of damage to us. And... well, at least we got to see this phase of the fight, where he's like really just pissed off. You can kind of out DPS this part, but we didn't, so there you go. The minion dropped. Hope I win it. That would be nice. I'm not gonna win it with that roll though. Yay! I won it! Yay! So, oh, I have a hunt thing here. I cannot use while I'm on mount. Gosh dang it! Yay, we can now summon a baby Oppo Oppo! Where's that fistfighter's jacket I just picked up? There it is. I want to see what it looks like. Actually, that's kind of neat. That's actually kind of neat. I like how there's like this rope on the back. Like Indiana Jones style rope, and my tail just like goes right in the middle of it. It's like wrapped around my tail. I guess I could scale this window up. I just realized I have it like tiny. So that's actually kind of neat looking. What does this look like? Ugh. Most robes are like ugly as heck. I think I already tried this one on, yeah. But that's actually kind of neat looking. Actually kind of really like that body piece. I'm gonna get... I got pants. I got white mage pants. Oh, that's the piece I got. Some goggles. Yeah, I'm not into goggles. Anyway, that is going to do it for this part. I still have to do something about that seedling. It doesn't sell for anything on the market board anymore. I'm gonna actually use a Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket, and next time we will take on the second coil of Bahamut. So, thank you all for watching. Apologies for getting annoyed at the boss there. I'm just getting so tired of people like, gotta rush into the boss even though there's someone new. Like, why are you walking so close that you aggro it? At least, what you can actually do is you can literally just leave the boss arena and reset the boss so that, you know, people could, say, finish watching the cutscene so they don't miss half the fight. Yeah. But, well, anyway. Yeah. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep being content like this. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out and trying to learn how to speak too. Blech.